Hello, everybody. Welcome back to more reaction content, right? What are we reacting to today? You might be asking, well, one should be in the title. But if you didn't read the title, you just clicked on it because you're a huge fan. I appreciate it. And if you are a huge fan, make sure that subscribe button. Comment down below. Leave a comment. That would be super sick. I hope you're having a great 2023. What we are reacting to is Destiny puts Fresh and Fit and Sneako on the spot with tough questions. Now, the reason why I'm reacting to this specifically is Fresh and Fit and Sneako are known for their red pill content, right? They and then they bring on women who might not be the most intelligent, and then they berate them with certain questions to prove a point. Now, sometimes they're right. Sometimes they might be going a little overboard. I mean, you probably seen clips on TikTok or on Twitter. Some of these women, let's just say, don't use their brain; they use their body, right? Which is why they're even any sort of relevant. But let's get right into it. We'll just be fast forwarding a little on some things that I've noticed.
I know you've seen the Courtney Ryan videos, and don't equate this like, oh, Miami girls are different.
They step back out of necessity.
They're from all different
places. Right. So all these women right now, they're just quiet.
Do you think? They
got cleavage showing right here.
With the average guy, we can do it right now.
No, it's a dumb question because nobody wants average. Like even an average guy, given like the opportunity, wouldn't want the average woman. Everybody wants above average. But I think there are a lot of, if you go talk to normal people outside of like the world of YouTube and shit.
This is important. This is important. This is why I was correcting.
With average women, most people date and marry within their class, within their education, within their race, within their geographic region. That happens like 95% of people around the world. Like, yeah, of course.
Why are marriage rates declining so much, and why are
marriage rates declining for a whole bunch of reasons that don't have to do with the one-dimensional analysis of a woman to celebrity one.
Yeah. Okay. See, so I want to hop in on this. Right? I talked about this with my friends a while ago. I said, I think the soulmate concept is stupid because if you're watching this and you live in California, your soulmate could be in Italy, right? But due to your situation or your financial situation, you'll never go to Italy, right? So you'll never meet your soulmate, and then your soulmate might never come to California, and then you'll never bump into each other and then lock eyes and then fall in love. Realistically, falling in love is somebody who you know, like Destiny said, in your area. You know, you would date a girl in your area, right? When you dated in high school or middle school or elementary school or college, you saw a girl on your campus, or you saw a girl in your class, or she came to the football game, so she goes to another school, but then, you know, you guys still have ways of interacting, which is the football games is the medium. Nobody just randomly is like, I'm going to go to Europe, and then they find their soulmate. It does happen. There are stories out there of, I went to North Korea and I met my wife. But like this says, 95% of people, which is a lot of people when you think 8 billion, they don't think like that. And then, like you said, within culture, you know, I grew up in Illinois, where I grew up, it was a lot of Indian families, but it was always an Indian man and an Indian woman. And then now that I live more on the West Coast, you see a lot more Hispanic man, Hispanic women, right? Everybody likes to date within their race, right? Because it's easier to accept the culture around it, right? If I date an Asian woman, right, and there might be a little bit of conflict of culture, right? Even when it comes down to seasonings, like how the hell do I like my chicken versus how she likes her chicken? Different seasonings, different everything. But you date, you know, if I date a Hispanic woman and I'm like, yo, let's go get tacos, 9 times out of 10, she's just going to say yes, because we both grew up eating tacos because it was in our culture, right? So that's what I want to say.
Instagram, and now she won't go back with another guy.
It's not just the celebrity thing, but it's all of hypergamy. That's why there's less marriage. People are like, don't know how to settle.
Hypergamy has nothing to do with marriage. You're playing the game again where you're saying one guy f***s a lot of women, the same as one guy dates a lot of women. Hypergamy doesn't keep women out of the dating market.
It's bigger than just the celebrity thing. It's Tinder, it's social media. People think that they have so many options now because of our phone.
That is true. That is true. There is a lot of options.
Newsflash, because men don't know this, women have always had a lot of options.
Always.
Since the year zero, every single woman has been offered by every single guy they talk to.
No, yes. Now they talk to 1,000 guys a day.
It doesn't matter. Since you're 11 years old, you've got guys that are hitting on you constantly. Hold on. Men see Tinder today, and they're like, oh my God, a woman can open her phone and find 100 guys to... Bro, in 1980, a woman could walk outside and find 100 guys to... It's not new.
No, you're right. However, there's skill. before they have to go outside and find the guys. Now they could be in their home, on a plane, and nigga, it's like, for example, in this case, the scale's different. It's global.
It's not global for 99% of people. A girl going in Kansas City is not getting flown out to Dubai.
Yeah, she is, bro.
No.
Nigga, today.
You guys are wild.
Okay, so what he's right. So it is global now, but there's probably one girl in Canada, right? The thing that Sneako and Fresh and Fit are good at is if you try to say anything, right, they go after the one part, right? They'll stick onto one thing that you say. So you said no girl in Kansas City is going to get flown out. They're going to find the one girl in Kansas City out of all the girls. The one girl who was born genetically attractive, right? That got flown out to Dubai. Right? They're going to find it. Realistically, there has to be a girl in every state that gets flown out. It's the law of numbers. There's so many women. So much percent of them are going to be attractive. So much percent of them are going to be in a certain age range. And so much percent of them are going to be willing to travel. It's the law of numbers. There's so many people in the world. There's 8 billion people. Let alone the population of Kansas. And then you break it down to Kansas City. There has to be one girl who is attractive enough to get flown out to Dubai or has get flown out to Dubai. And that's what they're going to harp on.
You guys are wild.
Tonight.
You're coping, man.
I just want to hear, for the record, for you three to answer this, what percentage of college women do you think are being flown around the world? I want to hear from all three of you.
If I have to argue,
I want to hear.
Off of like probability-wise, if I argue, maybe like 30, 40, 50.
Holy
what the fuck?
That's a high number.
Let him answer.
So I can answer this question properly. Does she live on campus and she's a college student?
Yeah.
Then she's going to go ahead and settle for the top guys on her college campus.
Okay, so geography, class, so the thing I said earlier. What if she's staying at home? Yeah, I said that people tend to date within their...
Oh, see, you got him.
A typical university is going to have kids from all over the country.
Okay, say it's a state school in Iowa. Are those girls getting flown to Dubai?
Off-season, they can be.
Okay, 30, 40%? Is that what you said?
Well, globally speaking, but I'm just saying, like, for example...
you understand, that's the actual number is like less than 0.1%, right?
Of girls getting flown out?
Of girls getting flown out to guys from college, normal
very
girls.
Little. Very little. It's very
little.
Very.
Well, here's the, right, so here we go, right? So, he said 30 to 40. Obviously, that's a fucking fumble. The number being like 0.01%. Once again, the law of numbers. 8 billion people. 0.01% of billions of a billion is probably in the thousands still. I don't know exactly the range of thousands, but you're in the thousands. I don't think you're in the millions, obviously, because what the fuck? Like 1 million is probably like 15%. I should not have said that. I probably look stupid for even guessing. If it is, then I'm smart and I meant it. If it's not, then a complete guess. But yeah, so they're probably in the thousands. But there's 1,000 women at one campus, right? So it's not a lot. But Myron, right, the guy below me, I know his name's Myron. I don't know the other guy's name. Is his name Fit? I don't fucking know. I know Myron. I see him on my TikTok. What should be happening is, I think they're supposed to just be arguing against Destiny. I think they're supposed to never take his side, and that's how it gets heated. And because if everybody agreed, the show would be boring. So I think they have to disagree. So even though he said 30 to 40, Myron probably knows, okay, motherfucker, holy shit, that was so fucking wrong. So let me try to sway away. But Destiny was like, I got you, bitch. You just agreed with me.
Have you ever been flown out?
Motherfuckers
You've never been flown out?
Destiny, I don't think the point here...
The girl has no bra below me, by the way, but don't look at that.
Girls getting flown out.
I got a girlfriend. Don't tell her.
There. And on top of that, if you're going to use college girls, for example, right? Because I've talked about this with college campuses, etc. Most of the women gravitate towards...
See, right there. Look at this chat. Look at the very top of the chat. Myron holding his tongue as his boy get demolished. He knows. Destiny's like, he knows. Okay.
Status men. Who are these guys? The fraternity guys and the sports guys.
For sex, not for dating. The top guys aren't dating all the women.
Yeah, the thing is,
they want that guy, and they think they can date that guy. Yeah. So it's
Destiny,
difficult for them to go backwards.
He is a grown man with blue hair, but man.
Wait, what's... Or go ahead. Finish it.
Here's the thing. So I get what you're saying, that, girls have been getting hit on since the 80s and everything else like that. The difference is scale, right? So if a girl has a basic internet...
This girl needs to put on a bra. Put on a bra! Put on a bra right now.
Even a Tinder
right now.
etc. She is going to have hundreds, if not thousands of options, whereas 20, 30 years ago, before the advent of social media and the internet, she would have had to go outside to get that same level. She would have had to put herself together, go to a nightclub, put herself in a social situation, etc. But nowadays, she could sit at home, put some pictures up, and get the same level of attention, if not 10 times more, from men all over the country, all over the world. Now,
right? That is a good point, right? Once again, we talk about it's the scale. It's the scale.
Blue check rapper? No. But that goes a lot to her psyche as to, okay, I'm getting hit up by this caliber of man. I probably deserve this caliber of man to some degree. This is why most women nowadays don't want to date average guys.
The standards have been raised, and you know that.
The standards have been raised, but for a totally different reason.
And let me say one other thing social media. Here's the other part of it. So they're getting attention on the internet. Now here's the second part of it. I'm writing a whole book about this shit. Feminism.
Whole book.
Women make their own money now.
Yes, that's the reason. So, not the social media.
It's a two-pronged.
The working is way more.
It's a two-pronged thing. It's a multivariate situation.
Yeah.
But feminism.
Right. So what they're most likely agreeing on is women back in the day used men, not used, right, but liked men who could take care of them, but also found attractive, right? There was multiple building blocks, right? The standard was way different. A man would marry a woman who he found attractive, but also he would think would be a good mother and then would cook and clean. And a woman would find a man that, could provide for said family, but she still found attractive, right? But now that women make their own money, it's all physical based. There's no, how do you say, no more dependence, right? There's no more dependence. If I, in the 1920s, left my wife, she would be like, holy shit, how am I going to fucking feed my family? Because if I just leave the kids. But now, like, if I leave my wife, which I'm not married, but she has a 6-figure job, she's like, all right, see you later, bozo. And then she's going to fuck. She's going to go on Tinder, go boop, 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 match, fuck that guy, and then eventually get back into dating. That's how it is. There's no dependence.
Is also a large component because with feminism, women make their own money. So they no longer have to saddle themselves with a loser that could provide because they could provide it themselves. So I can make my own money and I want men as a choice, not necessarily a necessity like 50 years ago. I'm going to pick the best I can absolutely
combo
get and not settle for less, which is why a lot of women feel as though I make $100,000 per year. I'm attractive. I get attention. I want a top tier caliber guy. This is where a lot of women stand.
Sure. So firstly, the average decently hot chick on a college campus does not have guys from all over the world in her DMs. That's an exceptional person. That's not the average person. That's not the average person.
I'm in her DMs.
It's not the average.
He said I'm in her DMs.
Reaching out to the shows or the people that are trying to blow their shit up.
No, I'm in their DMs.
Maybe Sneako is perusing fucking Florida State University fucking girls' Instagram.
That's funny, right? You got a little humor.
Are not I feel like you guys think that 25% of girls wake up in the morning, take some pictures of their feet for OnlyFans, make $500 doing that.
That's not right.
They get on Tinder, they get a free steak dinner, they go to class, they plan their Friday, Saturday around which guy is gonna fly them around, and that's a quarter of girls on college campuses. That's not how it's going. And then to what you were saying about how girls are, the ones that aren't international, they're just the top guys on their college campuses. What's the difference between that now and over the past 100 years? There have always been top men in every area of life.
That is true, right? The jocks and cheerleaders.
It's just one guy and one girl, and you're isolated from everybody else. You're always in jobs where there's our bosses and managers and CEOs. You're always in colleges or schools where there are top performing students or athletes. You're always in communities where there are the leaders of the community. This has always been the history.
It literally is. There's kings, man. Kings, generals back in the day. They were getting the women.
Maybe some girls are in Instagram, but I don't think it's the 20 to 30 to 40% or whatever that Fresh said are getting flown around the world.
Oh, his name's Fresh, not Fit.
What I'm saying is that it's opened up, and it used to be a dating marketplace where it was just localized. Now it's globalized. And I'm not saying they're actually going out and flying with these guys, but they have the option to do it. Yeah. And that does a lot for a person's psyche when they know this is the caliber of guy that's reaching out to me. I'm gonna put that in my back pocket and use that validation to make myself feel a certain way. And this is why girls,
not
again, in the book I talk about this explicitly. Women on Tinder and Bumble, they spend several hours on the site. However, most girls never either don't swipe right.
What the fuck?
They never actually go on a date, but they spend a ridiculous amount of time on Tinder. Why? Well, it's because attention, validation helps boost their ego. A lot of girls I've seen create a Tinder account after getting broken up with just so they can feel better.
Yeah, I'm sure some people do it.
Some guys
but
do
I
it
just think the problem is that we talk about
a lot of men do
is
that too.
so overstated. The problem is so overstated. And then you feed these people these narratives that like, yeah, people have this idea that like you're just.
Let's see how Destiny rebuttal. Destiny rebuttal.
The guy goes on Tinder with the express
intent
of meeting the girl and having sex with the girl. The girl goes on Tinder for the express intent of talking to that guy and never reciprocating physically.
Do you not know how many thirsty bitches are out there? Like, a lot of girls go on there just to
Women swipe right on Tinder 4.5% of the time. Tell me that's not them attention whoring, bro.
Look at a guy go on Tinder. This is what it looks like.
He's not wrong. I've done it.
I've
done it. Who's gonna stop me?
4.5, and the flake rate at that 4.5% is somewhere between 53 to 70%. Women flaking.
Unless if she does go on a date, she might get turned off. So nothing might happen.
Girls universally
have you seen
use
the girls
dating
that are
apps.
in Miami?
They use dating apps to funnel people to OnlyFans.
Okay, so I was on this girl's side, right? I was on this girl's side, but then she started. She can't keep a concrete point, right? She should be like, well, yeah, there are. Of course, there's gonna be some girls who want to have intercourse with the man, right? Because they find him attractive. You flirt on Tinder, you get the Snapchat, you send some photos, you pick her up, and then boom, you do the deed. But not all girls want that. A lot of girls are like, if I got a kid, if you're not ready to date, I know hookups, blah, blah. Like, there's a lot of girls out there who don't want to have sex. Now, she's saying, have you seen the girls in Miami? I don't live in Miami, woman. Right? So, alone, you just took the global scale, but you could be like, around the world, there are always going to be girls to fuck. Keep it broad, but the moment that she narrowed it down to Miami, her point just fell through the crack. Her point's too small now. Okay, well, if you don't live in Miami, that's what they say. Okay, we don't live in Miami, so what do we do? What do? I don't live in Miami. I can't fuck a Miami girl. I can't put my Tinder on 50,000 miles, match with a Miami girl who goes to college, who I fly out. Holy shit, it all comes back.
They just
hold on. Are you on Tinder?
I am not on Tinder, but I know a lot of girls that are,
and then she's not on Tinder.
They literally just go to fuck. Like,
really?
It's not to have any emotional connection or to get any. It's literally to fuck. Yes.
How many girls do you know that use Tinder took? Because you would say
more than 10.
Okay, that's not a lot.
Of your friends?
Okay, wait, hold on, dude. I feel like you guys have no real world experience. Okay. I'm gonna be honest, okay? I'm not the most. Yeah, I do. Apparently the only one here that
and now you're real world there, guys. Gaming all day, okay?
I'm 10 years older than you, okay? You've got like 6 years in the adult world.
Well, you said it for them too.
Because you've been YouTubing your entire life. You haven't even lived a real life yet, okay?
They're the same age as you. You game all day, but you have more life experience.
That's great. Okay, so if you go to California as a normal guy, okay, without putting my socials or anything on Tinder, it's a hard game. You're swiping a lot and you're doing a lot of conversations. But I was fucking girls on Tinder in California, and I'm not like a fucking ripped Giga Chad.
What year? How long ago?
Like I lived in California. I lived in Glendale 4 years ago, Culver City 3 years ago, Huntington Beach 2 years ago.
When were you killing it on Tinder?
And not killing it, but like I could probably find like 1 to 2 girls a month.
What year was this?
What?
What year was this?
Like in the past, like 2, 3, 4 years. 2, 3, 4 years ago. You can do it as a guy.
No.
But bro, have you guys on Tinder you've got random pictures of mountains. You've got blurry selfies. You've got like a picture of you in the dark corner of the room where you look like a sociopath. And guys will come out. No, hold on. These perfect guys will come out. These like 5'11" dudes that look perfectly fine. We're like, oh, I'm not 6'2". Like, I can't get any girls. They're hypergamous. Blah blah blah. It's like, no, mother. You either act weird. Your pictures suck.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. I met my girlfriend on Hinge, right? We've been dating for quite a bit now. Met on Hinge. She liked my photos because I made sure that I had good photos up. And then my voice memo was me talking about how I can kill any animal in an octagon if I had a katana, right? She found that funny. And to this day, I still make her laugh. And now she streams with me whenever she's over, right? It's all about, you gotta make, if you're on a dating profile, you have to take it serious, right? I never thought I would find my girlfriend, whoever that woman may have been, who now is my girlfriend, on a dating app. I was like, dating apps are not for dating, it's for hookups, right? And then I found my girlfriend, Bobby Maboop. I'm happy because I took the time to make sure my photos were clear, my responses were genuine but still interesting, and then my voice memo was funny but still being true to me. You have to present yourself in the best way possible. But if you go on a dating app and you're like, I don't really care if I get no matches. Girls don't like me. I'm not sexy. Blah, blah, blah. Brother, whatever like trauma you might have had in school, middle school, high school, getting bullied for looks, which, you know, of course, I'll say it happened to me. I was skinny. My girlfriend thinks I'm the most attractive man on the planet in her eyes. She loves seeing me shirtless because I work out. And I'm like, damn, I didn't even realize a woman could see me this way. There's a woman out there who likes you, but you have to present yourself in the best way possible. If you present a pile of shit, she's going to see a pile of shit. If you present a pile of diamonds, she'll see a pile of diamonds. Be yourself, king or queen. Get on that dating app. Make that profile. Put the best photos. Take new photos. Get that haircut. Get that lineup. And get out there.
You get shot down by 2 girls on Tinder, and you spend the rest of your life browsing like red pill videos talking about how like all women are shit or whatever. Like that's what happens.
Destiny, your own explanation of 1 to 2 a month, maybe, it says a lot. Dude, guys are struggling, bro. Especially on Tinder, bro.
Okay, apparently in college.
famous,
wait,
bro.
hold on. You think the average guy is like, if they could 1 or 2 different girls a month, they wouldn't be happy?
No. If they can. You're saying that you did. That doesn't mean that they can.
Wait, no, okay. I'm not trying to be too self-deprecating, okay? But
And you're also famous, Destiny.
I'm not. No. That was without social because I didn't want to find people that found me through my stream.
But the girls did research, bro. I promise.
How are you gonna find me through research?
Bro, yo, a girl can look at your Tinder profile, put your face into this app, which will go ahead and link you to social
I use
media.
different pictures. It's obvious. I can obviously tell when a girl knows me or don't. There were a couple that I would meet up and they would say some shit. You could say no cap what you want, but there are a ton of people that use Tinder.
You are famous,
there are a ton
bro.
of people that hook up.
I don't think
I
that's
wasn't
the
that
reason
famous
for
3 or
real.
4
That's
years
true.
ago. I've blown up a lot over the past like year or 2.
Bro.
Or,
You are
okay,
famous.
Chase the fame, king.
We can't compare you to a regular guy.
Hold on. A normal guy on Tinder, that's unbelievable. But 40% of women on an Iowa, Kansas City college campus are getting flown out to Dubai to. That's the world we're in right now. Just to be clear, that's what we're
By
saying
the
is
way,
normal.
I
Okay.
meant all
Damn,
schools
he's-
around America. I didn't just say Iowa, okay?
Even though all schools around the world, the number's less than 1%.
And they may have options. Doesn't mean that they're actually going to do it. I'm just saying the possibility is there that they can actually do
They've
it.
been offered.
Okay.
They've been offered.
All right. I don't want to dominate the topic.
No, it's
Yeah,
fine.
cool,
I mean,
cool.
like I said, I mean, but it's I mean, the Tinder and the dating
my-
app stats are bro, they're universal. And I agree with you. A big
Sure.
part of the reason why guys fail is because their pictures do suck. There's accountability there. However, a woman
Minus
can take shitty
$100
pictures
donor.
and still kill it on Tinder versus
Kill
a guy
it with
can't.
fucking, not with finding relationships though. You have to keep remembering our goals are different. Guys are looking for sex. Girls are usually looking for relationships. So of course, like girls can kill it on Instagram from the guy's perspective, but not from the woman's perspective.
But remember, they're still
That is
getting
true.
the
That is
opportunity
true.
to get the relationship. The man never gets an opportunity, period.
You know, but it's a totally different set of problems, right?
know what?
Like guys don't know what it's like trying to curve a girl. There might be like a girl. That term doesn't even
Let's
exist,
ask
right?
the
Whereas
ladies.
girls might have like 15 different.
That is true. That is true. Girls are probably way better at turning down guys than guys are at turning around girls. That is
tests to
true.
find out if a
Different
guy's serious
experiences.
or not. And not to mention, there's the whole like safety shit that comes up too. Like it's totally different games that we play when it comes to hooking up with
But
people.
at least they get the opportunity. Is my point.
You know,
guys have the opportunity. You just gotta make the
we have
opportunity
ladies here
happen.
in studio, right? Let's ask them how they feel about this whole dating topic of dating apps and Instagram.
This girl
Wait,
looks
let me
out
say
of
one
it.
final
This
thing,
white,
and you can go
this
around,
white
okay?
girl
You said something earlier.
looks like
that I
she's about to fall
100% agree with,
asleep.
and I wish people would focus on it more. I think for the majority of human history, men needed to bring one thing to the table to get almost any girl they wanted, and that's an income. That was the only work that we had to put in. Whereas
That's why I
women
said
from birth
earlier,
are doing
look
a
at-
lot of
dude,
things
I'm
around
telling
the
you,
house,
I-
usually,
bring me on the podcast.
especially in more
Bring me on the
traditional
podcast,
countries,
Byron.
like women are cleaning the
Bring me on
house,
the
they're
podcast.
taking care of siblings, they're like doing all this shit. You know, they're being trained by mom, and like the boys are treated as like little princes. They have to do good in school, and they got to do that shit. But for the most part, like men just need to get a job, and then you get a woman because women can't work. But now that women have finally gotten to work, right? Women have also been putting in all this work, like emotionally, to figure out how to manage their friends and do all that bullshit or whatever
That's
stuff that men
true.
traditionally didn't care about because we didn't have to. But now we're in the world where we go out to the dating market. We're like, hey, I've got an income, and a woman's like, okay, and what else? And you're like, fuck, my dad didn't train me for this. Nobody in society is talking about this because men traditionally haven't had to compete in other areas. So I think the important thing is to tell men, hey, don't be a schizoid, autistic loser. Learn how to like take care of your house. You should be able to do dishes and do the laundry. Of course. Have more than like one piece of furniture in your whole apartment. Okay,
Damn.
don't piss all over the toilet seat when you're at somebody's house. If you bring a girl over, have a trash can in the bath. Like basic human things that a lot of
really
guys.
obvious stuff. When you start making money,
obvious.
all of this
It's
comes
not
into
obvious.
play. If you're gonna become a high earner, you need to be clean. You need to have a nice place.
No,
know how to
you don't. You don't
network.
have to do any of that shit.
To
Dude, the
become a
average
high
high earner
earner?
now is a fucking schizoid work from home tech bro in San Francisco that probably wears the same outfit for a week straight because he doesn't have to go outside ever. What do you mean?
Well, to be fair, he is right. Most guys don't know how to be cleanly. They don't know how to like do stuff around the house. However,
High earners.
No, average people.
I'm saying like getting money in the process of becoming successful.
Not true. I mean, by then you might even have it
Do
made.
you think the average crypto finance bro is like put together really well, or the average like
talk a lot
software
about
developer?
the real world and real world experience? Is the average high earner a crypto bro?
The average high earner right now is probably doing work from home shit after COVID. I think there's a lot of work from home office work. I don't know if that's the average, but I know it's probably disproportionately overrepresented there.
Ladies,
people like programmers and shit. Okay, go ahead.
And your dating
Damn, this girl looks out of it.
Part one, dating apps and Instagram, right?
What's wrong with her eye?
Is it true that guys are like,
maybe it's just like that. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean to point it out.
Just smash only, or is it for
I mean, this girl's not wearing a bra.
Nah, like
I just pay attention.
definitely not. I don't know.
She does have a neck tattoo though. What the hell is that about?
Women and men both go on dating apps, and it's either if they want to or they want a relationship. I don't.
What are you going it for?
I don't go on it. First of all, I don't.
What about Instagram?
Instagram, I just have an Instagram because I post pictures. And
guys don't hit you up and say, "Hey, I want to take you out."
Of course.
W-Nips.
Who do you respond to?
What the hell?
Do you ever like take them serious? Like, what's that?
Nice.
If you look at my DMs, there's a bunch of unread messages. To be honest, I'm really working on myself right now. So, right now, nah. Maybe
She's well
in,
spoken.
Like a year or whenever, like I'm ready, then I'll look at
Man,
those
nipples. Cap it, man. All right, go ahead.
Okay, that's weird. Don't do that. Weird. Sexual harassment to some degree. Even though I did bring up the nipples, but I want to say to her face, if I was with her in the same room, I'd be like, "No bra today, huh? You're a little risky." No, right? So she worded everything closely. She's like, "No, I don't have this. Yes, I have Instagram. Yes, there's dudes in my DMs. Yes, I leave them on red. I leave them on red because of this reason. However, in this time frame, most likely I'll be looking to date." Right? Simple.
Stop the nip. Stop the nip. Chips and dip.
Damn.
All right, she might need you to rephrase the question.
Okay, so dating apps. Do you use them? Why do you think girls use them and guys use them? And then, for example, do you go on dating apps or no?
No, I don't go on dating apps.
Damn, okay.
I tried it once. To be honest, it's bullshit. Like I don't use it. I wouldn't refer anybody to use it. I feel like men go on there to fuck, women go in there to fuck. The only thing is, if the sex is good, she might want a relationship out of it after that.
Right.
But anything else, everybody's just going on there.
Do you genuinely think a majority of women go on dating apps?
Probably.
Realistically speaking.
I mean, it probably gets the confidence up.
Because at the end of the day, the guy has to be attractive enough for me to want to him.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I'm only going, mind you, and on the dating apps, I only see pictures of these people. So physically, I'm attracted to you enough to want to be in your face for a long time. But mentally, I don't know what the you have going on in your brain.
What if I told you women never meet up with the guys they match up with most of the time?
Well, that's
Or most of them, but the ones they do want to.
Yeah.
That is true.
At the end of the day, it's more selective than men, but they do want to the guys. They're on there. It's superficial.
But she's saying a majority of women are on online dating apps to have sex. I would argue a majority of women are on dating apps to get attention.
Well, they're just as selective on the dating apps.
And the numbers reflect that.
Yeah, I mean,
No, right. So they might be, we're near the end of the video, but they might be on dating apps to have sex. And yes, they might flake on some people because they were horny when they matched. And then when the dime came, they weren't free or they weren't horny or they found a better man to fuck. Right? There's going to be, there has to be a cause and effect. That's the way the universe is. There's a cause and an effect. You matched, you made a date, she didn't meet up. Why not? You matched, you made a date, she got into a car accident, couldn't meet up. She was busy, couldn't meet up. She was no longer horny, couldn't meet up. Her period started, couldn't meet up. There's so many reasons on why they couldn't meet up. It happens. Everybody flakes occasionally. My boys are like, "Hey, want to hop on Call of Duty?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And then I'll be like, actually, I don't want to game no more. I'm watching a good show." Everybody flakes. Women might do it more on dating apps because they just don't want to meet up that day. They decided in the past, but then they're not required to. There's no contract or something, right? It's like sex. You can agree like, "Hey, on Thursday you want to hook up," and she's like, "Yeah." And then Thursday comes, you're like, "Yo, you still trying to hook up?" She's like, "No." And then you go, "Okay, sick. Maybe next time." She's like, "Okay." This is how it is. There's other stuff out there.
The real life experiences too. Like most guys that come up to girls in public, they get rejected. The same thing applies to dating apps. Like they're gonna the guys that they meet up with.
Yeah.
But ultimately, they're just more selective.
I'll say dating apps are less forgiving. And the reason why is because dating apps are strictly looks. A girl's gonna
that is
swipe.
True as well.
If you're ugly and you go up to a girl in person, at least you can make up for it with charisma, status. Maybe you are charming, dress well, you smell well. But on a dating app, it's only your picture. And most
I think
guys
dating app is mostly
pictures.
Riz. I think it's mostly like the first couple of messages. If I can make her laugh,
W-Riz.
Nah, bro.
W-Riz.
Average guy can't.
Average guy can't, but most of the matches where I don't put any effort, I just go head, ? I'd get blocked or something like that.
Nigga, you're a chat.
Nigga.
No, I get blocked when I skip all the bullshit. When I do no Riz and I don't play a game, I just go head, ? They're like, fuck you. But then I actually like play.
In public, people know who you are. Come on, man.
I don't think girls...
Possible. Sneako's pretty big. Sneako's pretty big. Sneako's pretty big.
It's not disagreement.
Sneako's pretty big. What I take away from that video would be men and women want to have sex. More men most likely would want to have sex with women. Women have more options though. So less men have sex because there's always going to be a higher caliber men. Unless you're Bill Gates, you know, there's Jeff Bezos, right? There's probably somebody above you status-wise. All comes down to looks. But at the end of the day, everybody's fucking, and you should get on there. If you want to be on a dating app, be on a dating app. If not, then don't. And then live your life, and hopefully you find the one. But that's going to be the end of the video, though. If you like the content, if you like the reaction content, I'll probably do more of it. Leave a comment down below. Leave a like, subscribe. I hope to see you all again in the next video. See ya.